hidden among the towering, snow-draped peaks of the Himalayas. Long before the modern world even grasped the concept of inner mastery, there existed a lineage of mystics who had unraveled the deepest mysteries of human potential. These were no ordinary individuals. They were seekers of truth, wielders of ancient wisdom, and masters of an unseen force that shaped not only their bodies, but the very fabric of their consciousness. For them, breath was far more than just a reflex to sustain life. It was the key to unlocking the boundless energy of the universe itself, the bridge between the physical and the divine. They understood that within each inhale and exhale lay an untapped reservoir of power, a force they called prana, the life energy that flows through every living being. Through disciplined breath control, these ancient yogis and sages were able to defy the limits of the human body, enter altered states of awareness, and command the unseen forces that shape reality. One of the most astonishing demonstrations of this power comes from the Tibetan monks who developed an extraordinary technique known as tummo. With nothing more than breath and focused intention, these monks could generate enough internal heat to melt snow around them, withstand freezing temperatures, and even dry soaked robes with nothing but the fire burning within them. Their ability to harness breath was not a parlor trick. It was proof of an untapped potential that exists within us all. Yet, the significance of these teachings goes beyond physical feats. What these ancient masters truly sought was transcendence, liberation from the illusions of limitation. They understood that by controlling the breath, they could navigate not only the seen world, but also the unseen, moving between realms of consciousness that most people never even glimpse. The secrets they uncovered have been passed down through generations, shaping what we now recognize as breathwork, meditation, and energy cultivation. But somewhere along the way, much of this sacred knowledge was forgotten, buried beneath the distractions of modern life. Today, breath has been reduced to an automatic function, something we rarely think about, let alone harness with intention. Yet those who have rediscovered its power know the truth. Breath is not just air moving in and out of your lungs. It is a force that can alter your reality, expand your awareness, and awaken something extraordinary within you. And the best part, this power has always been within your reach. You just have to learn how to use it. We live in a world where the greatest treasures are often hidden in plain sight, where the most profound truths are ignored because they seem too simple, too ordinary. And so it is with the breath. It is the first thing we do when we enter this world, and the last thing we do when we leave it. Yet, somewhere in between, we forget its significance. We reduce it to an unconscious act, unaware that within each inhale and exhale lies a force powerful enough to alter not just the body, but the very course of our destiny. Ancient traditions understood this well. In the depths of the Himalayas, in the sacred monasteries of Tibet, in the secret teachings of yogic masters, breath was regarded as the very essence of life itself. They knew that the way one breathes determines the way one lives. A slow, deep breath invites calm, focus, and clarity, while a shallow, erratic breath fuels anxiety, restlessness, and chaos. The breath controls the mind controls reality. And those who learn to master the breath, learn to master themselves. But the modern world has turned its back on this wisdom. We have become prisoners of shallow breathing, slaves to stress, drowning in an ocean of distraction while the key to clarity, power, and transcendence sits within us, unnoticed. Look around. How many people breathe with purpose? How many realize that their breath is their connection to the unseen, to the divine, to the limitless energy that flows through all things? The answer is few, and yet those who have rediscovered this truth have witnessed its life-altering power. Consider the Tummo monks, hidden in the remote monasteries of Tibet. They do not merely survive the brutal cold of the mountains, they thrive in it. Through an ancient breathing technique, they generate an internal fire so powerful that they can sit for hours in the snow, melting ice with the heat of their own bodies. They are living proof that the human mind and body are capable of far more than we've been led to believe. But their secret is not magic. It is breath, harnessed with unwavering intention. And they are not the only ones. Across cultures and centuries, warriors, mystics, and seekers have all turned to breath as a means of unlocking their highest potential. Samurai warriors practiced deep, controlled breathing before battle to sharpen their focus and control fear. Yogis used it to awaken the dormant energy coiled at the base of the spine. Kundalini, the serpent of enlightenment that, once risen, grants divine awareness. Shamans guided their breath to journey beyond the physical realm, accessing visions and wisdom from other dimensions. Science is only now beginning to catch up with what these ancient masters already knew. Breath is the ultimate key to unlocking human potential. Studies show that deep, controlled breathing can alter brainwaves, activate dormant parts of the nervous system, and even influence the very fabric of our DNA. With each conscious breath, we send signals to the body, commands that dictate whether we exist in a state of stress or a state of power. Breath has the ability to lower cortisol, slow the heart rate, expand lung capacity, and increase endurance. It is, quite literally, the foundation of both vitality and transcendence. Yet, most people are unknowingly sabotaging themselves with every single breath they take. The average person breathes in a way that signals stress to the body. Short, shallow, unconscious breaths that reinforce anxiety, exhaustion, and disconnection. This is why so many feel trapped in a cycle of fatigue, lost in a fog of distraction, struggling to find clarity or energy. They have become disconnected from the very force that sustains them. But what happens when you take back control? When you reclaim your breath and use it with intention? Everything changes. With each deep, controlled inhale, you draw in life force, nourishing every cell in your body. With each slow, deliberate exhale, you purge tension, stress, and negativity. Breath is both the sword and the shield, cutting away the illusions that bind you and protecting you from the chaos of the world. Breathwork techniques, once hidden within ancient texts and whispered in secret teachings, are now being rediscovered. Techniques that unlock hidden energy, activate deep states of meditation, and even shift consciousness. One such technique is box breathing, a method used by elite military forces to maintain composure under extreme pressure. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold again for 4. Simple. Yet within this rhythm lies a method for overriding stress, silencing panic, and sharpening the mind to razor precision. Then there is Wim Hof breathing, a modern rediscovery of ancient breathwork that pushes the body into a state of resilience and peak performance. A series of deep, rapid breaths followed by extended breath holds. This practice has been shown to increase oxygen levels, supercharge the immune system, and unlock reserves of strength most never tap into. Wim Hof himself, known as the Iceman, has shattered world records by enduring extreme temperatures and performing feats once thought impossible, all through the power of breath. And for those seeking something deeper, there is pranayama, the yogic science of breath control. Techniques such as nadi shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, bring balance to the body and mind, activating both hemispheres of the brain and clearing energetic blockages. Or Bhastrika, the breath of fire, which ignites inner power, builds heat, and clears stagnant energy. Each of these techniques is a key. Each breath, when used with intention, is a step toward reclaiming the power that has always been yours. But breath is more than just a tool for strength and endurance. It is the bridge between the physical and the spiritual. The ancients believed that breath was the link between the seen and the unseen, the thread connecting the material world to the divine. This is why deep breathing is central to meditation, prayer, and spiritual awakening. The deeper you breathe, the closer you come to unlocking the doors of perception, expanding your awareness beyond the limitations of the physical body. Throughout history, those who sought enlightenment, whether monks, sages, or prophets, turned to breath as the first step toward transformation. They knew that within the rhythm of inhale and exhale lay the key to higher consciousness. They understood that to master the breath was to master the mind, and to master the mind was to master reality itself. But this knowledge was never meant to be reserved for a select few. It was never intended to be locked away in ancient texts or practiced only in hidden monasteries. It belongs to you. It has always belonged to you. The question is, will you reclaim it? The breath has always been the bridge between what we are and what we could become. It is the silent force that has sustained us since the moment we entered this world, yet we have allowed it to become nothing more than a reflex, an afterthought. But those who understand its true nature, those who choose to harness it, step into a power that defies limitations. This is not just about breathing better. It is about living differently. It is about stepping out of the unconscious patterns that keep you weak, drained, and disconnected. It is about reclaiming control over your body, your mind, and your destiny. Every inhale is a choice. Every exhale is an opportunity to let go of the old and embrace something greater. The question is, will you take it? Think of those who have walked this path before you, the yogis who sat in deep meditation, unmoving for days, feeding not on food, but on breath alone. The monks who conquered the cold, radiating heat from within while the world around them froze. The warriors who controlled their breath so precisely that, in the face of battle, fear had no place within them. They were not born different from you. They did not possess some divine gift that you lack. They simply understood the secret, a secret that has been hidden in plain sight for centuries. The truth is, you have been breathing wrong your entire life. You have been surviving when you should have been thriving. You have been existing when you should have been ascending. But it is not too late. The breath is waiting. It has always been waiting, ready to unlock energy you never knew you had, ready to clear the fog of exhaustion and confusion, ready to awaken something ancient within you, something powerful, something unstoppable. The modern world has tried to silence this knowledge, drowning it beneath distractions, noise, and mindless comforts. It has trained you to accept weakness, to normalize fatigue, to live in a constant state of stress and disorder. But those who take back their breath take back their power. And those who take back their power are no longer bound by the illusions of limitation. So, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you push it aside and return to the slow suffocation of unconscious living? Or will you take your first real breath, the kind that expands your lungs, fuels your mind, and sets fire to the spirit within you? The choice is yours. But know this, the moment you take control of your breath, you take control of everything. Your energy, your clarity, your life. So breathe, not just to exist, but to awaken. Because the world does not belong to those who take air in and out. It belongs to those who command.